Assalamu alaikum friends. Today's lecture will be this is like a revision for AFM. So guys, after a long time I'm making a video on AFM. Right, I was missing AFM for a long time because as you all know that I have completed all my lectures and revision kit solutions for AFM. I now switch to SBR, but this video I had to make on demand for one student, right? She's from Malaysia and she was having an issue with understanding risk management and interest rate risk management. She don't know how to calculate forward options, future, money market hedge, all those things, both under exchange rate risk management and interest rate risk management. So since there's just 1 month left, I cannot go through the whole syllabus, but what I thought is that I will make a quick small revision like this thing for her. But then I thought that it's better that I share this on my YouTube channel. The reason is because this could even help you too, right? Maybe most of you might be struggling with exchange rate and interest rate risk management because in AFM this is a very important area. You cannot miss this out. As I told you, this is one of the important area, but it is also one of the easiest area to score marks. Okay. So I thought that I will quickly, I'm not going through the theory part. I will just be, this will be based on the calculations. Okay. So this is on exchange rate risk management. There are four derivatives which are used to hedge exchange rate risk management, and I will be showing in this video how to use all the four because that's our question that we have to. They might give you three or four different options. I mean derivatives, and they will tell you to find out under which one is the best hedging technique, right? You have to comment and all like that. So in order to do that, to comment on best hedging technique, you first have to know how to calculate, right? Because without calculating it's not possible. So before you calculate, rather than just memorizing, okay, this one you take, this one you divide, this rate you take, this one you multiply, rather than doing that, you first have to understand how do you select the rates under each, whether it is forward, whether it is future, whether it is option, whether it is swap, whether it is money market hedge, all those things needs to be covered. So I thought that why not upload it in my channel so that others also could see. So this is like a quick revision. I've already uploaded the detailed videos on risk management and interest rate risk management and exchange rate risk management. It's there, but this is because she was not understanding my those lecture. So and it's 1 month left, so on demand I had to make this video for her and also for others too. So let's start. So first one is forward contract. Okay. And mind you, this is exchange rate risk management. For interest rate risk management, I will be making another video. My second video will be on that, where I will be discussing all the derivatives. Okay. So starting with forward. Forward is one of the easiest. Okay. Now, one thing you need to understand: why are we doing all this hedging? The reason is we want to lock one rate. We want to fix a rate today because we know that exchange rate keeps changing, right? We must have got into a transaction today. Maybe we'll be getting that receipt after 3 months, or we have to pay in 3 months to our foreign supplier or customer will be receiving. So there's a risk, right? There's a risk, which is known as your foreign exchange risk, right? Because when you translate back into your home currency, you will be receiving less than what you were supposed to receive because of the exchange rate. It changes. It can sometimes go in your favor, it sometimes might not go in your favor. That's why we are using all these derivatives to hedge, right? Hedge means we are sure that this is the amount at least we'll get. No matter what happens, this is we'll get. It does not matter whether the exchange rate goes in your favor or against your favor. This is fixed. You will be receiving that only. Whether it is under forward, whether it is under money market, whether it is under future or options. But you should know the calculation under this four because in the exams also AFM you have to do it using all the four or three, and then you have to comment which one is the best. Okay. So starting with let's start with forward. Okay. Your rates which you are going to pick, the forward rate, two rates will be given for forward, and you need to decide which one you need to select. First of all, you have to see in your scenario whatever techniques you are using to hedge, whether it's a foreign receipt or a foreign payment. Because if it's a foreign payment, your rate will be different. If it's a foreign receipt, your rate will be different. Okay. Forward means you are just fixing one rate. That's it. Forward is very simple. You pick up one rate and then you use that rate to translate. Basically, what we are doing, we are translating only everything to our home currency using a rate. That's it. And after we translate, we compare. If it's a receipt, we see which method is giving us the highest receipt. And if it's a payment, we see which one is giving us the lowest payment. You are seeing. So this is what we are actually doing in AFM. That's it. You just translate. To translate, you need a rate. Once you pick up that rate, you translate to your home currency. Everything you need to compare. Okay. So let us start with forward first. This I have taken from the textbook itself. Only one question for forward I have one, for future I have one, for option I have one, and for money market hedge I have one. That means total I have 4 or 5 questions. Okay. So because with one question you will be able to understand how all the forward or options of future works. I don't have to pick up 10 or 20 of questions, 20 questions to do it, because this is like a revision, as I told in the beginning. Okay, so let us start with this question test understanding one. Okay. So test your an Australian firm has just bought some machinery from a US supplier for US dollar to 50,000 with payment due in 3 months time. You need to understand who you are. You are an Australian firm. You are an Australian firm. That means your currency will be Australian dollar. US dollar is the foreign currency for you. Okay? He has just bought some machinery. Bought means he has to pay the US supplier 250,000. Okay, you will always be given the foreign currency only. Whatever you have to pay or you have to receive, that will be foreign currency only for you. So you are an Australian firm, you have to give US, you have to pay US dollar 250,000 and in 3 months time. This things is very important. Whenever you get a question, you have to know this: who you are, what is your home currency, what is your foreign currency, and what is the amount of the payment and what is the due time. Okay, this is 3 months time. Now, exchange rate. You have been given the spot rate as well as 3 months forward rate. Calculate the amount payable if a forward contract is used. So we don't have to worry about the spot rate because we are using forward here. Okay. So in forward you are given two rates, 0.7764 and 0.7873. Now tell me which rate you have to pick. Basically you're using one rate to convert that 250,000 US dollar to Australian dollar. That's what you are doing. You need to convert Australian dollar to US dollar, US dollar to Australian dollar, right? For that you need a rate. So what are we doing using forward? We are using picking that rate. That rate will be fixed. That means you can be sure today that after 3 months time, no matter what happens to exchange it, you will be receiving that amount only. You understanding? So that's why we are going to all these contracts and all. Okay. So you need to see which rate you are using. Are we using 0.7664 or 0.7873? Okay. So this is the way to understand. And remember this, okay? Forever. Never forget it. This currencies are in what? Uh, this is US dollar to one Australian dollar. That means 0.7664 will be equal to 1 AS dollar, or 0.7873 US dollar will be equal to 1 Australian dollar. Okay. Now you have to pay. So these are in US dollar. Okay. This is your bank and these are US dollar. You need to pay you need to pay US dollar. So when you need to pay US dollar, you want dollar, right? You want US dollar because you have to pay in US dollar. Remember, you have to pay in foreign currency or receive in foreign currency only. You cannot pay in your home currency or receive in your home currency. You will just translate it into your home currency. That's what you are doing. But you have to pay in US dollar. So for paying US dollar, you need to buy US dollar. Okay, what are we doing? Please understand the scenario. You always have to see which currency you are paying or receiving. So here you are paying US dollar because it's a foreign payment. So US dollar. You have to pay US dollar. To pay US dollar, you need to buy US dollar. Number one, understand whether paying or receiving. Number two, buy US dollar. So here you pay, here you buy. Okay. So you buy at a higher rate. Okay. You buy at a higher rate. Why? Because you will all because when you go up to buy and sell with the bank, remember always you will be the one who is losing. You will be in the worst position and the bank will be in the better position. Bank will always win. So bank will definitely sell you at a higher rate and they will buy from you at a lower rate. That's why you have to, it's reversed for you. You will buy at a higher rate and you will sell at a lower rate. So here you have to buy. Okay. I'm sorry, these are not, this is, I'm sorry, some mistake is there. Uh, you are an Australian firm. Okay, okay, okay. You start from here. You are an Australian firm. Okay. So you look at your base currency. This is your base currency. Base currency means whichever currency is on the right side. It's US dollar to AS dollar. So whatever comes on the right side, okay, is known as base currency. So your base currency is Australian dollar. So you have to correctly, you have to buy US dollar. So you cannot go to the bank and buy US dollar directly because what you have, you are an Australian firm. You have only AS dollar in your hand. So go and sell it to the bank. Go, you have to go and sell your Australian dollar to the bank and buy from them US dollar. Okay, so you have to sell. Third is you have to buy foreign currency. Okay, that means you have to sell. Definitely when you want to buy a currency, you have to sell your currency to buy that foreign currency, right? So sell Australian dollar. Sell Australian dollar. Now you'll be selling at a lower rate or higher rate. I told you you will sell at a lower rate and buy at a higher rate. So you are selling here. So you will be selling at this rate, lower rate. Okay, it's always like that. You will sell. Okay, I can write it here for you. The pen is not work. Okay. You buy at higher rate. Whenever you have this problem issue, first see what is your base currency, and because you can only deal in that currency, you can buy and sell only in your base currency. That's why rather than buying US dollar, you are going and selling Australian dollar. Then only you will buy the US dollar. That's why we have picked a 0.776 for the lower one. Okay, so you sell at lower rate. This is always fixed. That's why to sell Australian dollar, you need 0.7764 because you have Australian dollar only in the hand. You are an Australian firm. When you give your currency only, you can get the foreign currency. You buy that US dollar and then you pay your supply in 3 months' time. That's what you are doing. Okay. So now you have picked the rate. Now it's very easy. One line calculation only. Okay. What is it? 250,000 divided by 0.7764. Okay. So it will be, now you have picked the rate. So under forward it will be 250,000 divided by 0.7764. This will be in US dollar. So, sorry, this will be in Australian dollar because your home currency is Australian dollar. So the amount you'll be receiving is 32,199. Leave, keep it as a whole number, okay? Don't put in decimal. 32.19 321,999. Okay, so you see, this is the amount you'll be getting under forward. After this video, just immediately after seeing this video, go and do a question from the revision kit where you have all the exchange rate risk management options together. Like options is also there, forward is also there, future is also there, using the same question. Okay, so revision kit is better. So go, or past paper also you can go and check. And don't look at the answer. Please do not look at the answer. First attempt yourself and see where you are. At least the numbers you can do it by yourself. I can understand the theory we read, but numbers I don't think you have to read the answers. Now we are moving towards our next is money market hedging. This is known as money market hedging. So we are over with forward. In money market hedging, what are we doing? In money market hedging, this is a question. Okay, before we go to this question, you need to understand that. So this was the question. Okay, this is a good question. We have forward also, money market also, which is the best technique. Even an exam question in AFM is this, so you have to use this question. Okay, the simplest way to understand that money market is asked in your question is you will be given this rates. You will be given the rates like this for different currencies. Because the rates and all we only use for money market hedging. We don't need it for forward, we do not need it for future, we do not need it for option. The rates only comes in money market hedging. So the moment you are given rates, it is understood that money market hedging also you have to calculate. Okay, even if they directly don't ask you, because sometimes they don't directly say that it's a money market hedging, but in this case they have told. So that's why we know money market hedging is there. And also we have the 3 month forward also. Okay, we have forward also different dates. Okay, in the real exam you'll be given like this only, not one forward. You will be given 2 3 forward and you have to decide which forward is for applicable for your question. So because you are given interest rate like this, let me start from here only. Money market hedging is you are borrowing in one currency and you are investing in one currency. Okay, for example, you might have to pay someone in 3 months time. So what are you doing? You have to pay someone in 3 months time. So what are you doing? You are borrowing today, keeping it in your bank, you are earning that interest from the bank. Later you are paying the supplier from that only, from that what you have after you earn that interest. Okay, same for receipt also. Okay, so in money market hedging, if you want to understand, study any one thing, either payment, either receipt, because the other one is just the opposite of it. Okay, but you have to know when it's a foreign payment, in which currency you borrow, in which currency you invest or deposit. Same for receipt. Okay, so this rules you can write it somewhere. I will write it down for you. If it's money market hedging, okay, and if it's a foreign payment, on this side is a foreign receipt. You borrow. This is a rule, okay? This is a rule from your textbook also. Don't ask me why we borrow in domestic currency. Borrow in domestic currency. That means home currency. Domestic means home, your local currency. So that means when it comes to foreign receipt, it will be opposite. It will be borrow in which currency? Foreign currency. Okay, then what do you do? Here conversion comes, you convert. Okay, here also you convert. Then third step. So this is number one, this is number two, this is number three. These three steps you remember, you understood money market hedge. That's it. There is not much about money market hedge, so you don't have to worry. You borrow in domestic means you have to invest or deposit. Deposit in foreign currency. So when you deposit in foreign currency, from there itself you can pay, give your supplier, you can pay from there only, because it is deposited in foreign currency. From there you pay, you make the foreign payment. Here, since you borrowed in foreign, you deposit in your home currency. Okay, so this will be opposite to this. If you borrow in domestic, here in third step you will be depositing in foreign. Here if you borrow in foreign, third step you will be depositing in home. This is just the opposite. And here second step is always convert, either to foreign or either to your home currency. But one thing for sure, that you understand one thing. Let's say you've already understood the payment part. Okay, you didn't understand the receipt part. It's okay. We at least know that for foreign payment, if we borrow in domestic means, for foreign receipt we borrow in foreign currency. Okay, and the other steps you'll be able to do it from there onwards. So can we do this question now? Okay, we will be doing both forward and money market. Okay, because we have to, because I want to show you how to compare two and say which one is the best. Okay, so to borrow this, for borrowing part and depositing part, we need this interest. Not all, but we need to pick which interest is applicable for which is the borrowing interest and for which currency we are depositing. Okay, you understanding? That's why it's given. For convert, to convert, you have to use the exchange rate. So now let us start with the forward. Okay, before we move on to future. Mm, okay, so let us read the question first. We didn't even go through the question. Here, Marcus is based in France, had recently imported raw materials from US and has been invoiced for this one payable in 3 months' time. Again, this is a payable in 3 months' time and it is in US 240,000 and he is based in France. Okay, that means euro is his home currency and dollar will be foreign currency. In addition, it also exported finished goods to Japan and Australia. So he also imported, he also exported. Okay, the Japanese customer has been invoiced for. That means you are receiving this much. You have to pay 240, but you're receiving this much. Payable in 3 months' time. Same 3 months' time only. An Australian customer has been invoiced for. An Australian customer has been invoiced for this one. Payable in 4 months' time. Three different transactions you have been given. One foreign payment, one foreign receipt, one local receipt. Three. Sorry, one foreign this thing. Because he's France, no? Yeah. So all are. Now what do you have to do? How do you do this question? You go and start using forward. If you think like that, then that's not a best option. Remember, whenever you are given more than one transaction, two, three transactions, first you do internal hedging. What is internal hedging? You net it off. Try to see where you can net it off against each other. The receipt you can net off against the payment. If it's from the, if it's in same currency and same time. But if it's in different time, then you cannot. And if it's in different currency, then you cannot net it off. Then you have to deal it as two separate transactions. Here, it is three transactions, but you can net one transaction. This US dollar, this payment and this receipt, you can net it off against each other. So the net payment or net receipt only, then you have to hedge. Okay, but this Australian dollar you cannot hedge it off. First of all, it is a different currency, and next it's in 4 months' time, whereas the other two was in 3 months' time. Okay, so additional work is required here. So don't go directly and start going forward. This is why each case study is different. Sometimes you can directly use forward when if it was like previous question, only one transaction is given as 250,000 US dollar. But here you first have to use internal hedging. Okay, so you deduct it. Okay, this is a receipt. I think 69. So what is the payment? 240 minus 69,000. What is the net? It's a net payment because payment is more. Net payment in US dollar. It's a US dollar. How many? How much? 240 minus 69. Okay, 171,000. Okay, okay. The next one. What about this one? 295,000. You leave it as it is. So now there are only two transactions. One, this one. This is a net payment and this is a receipt. Okay. So now you go and start using forward. First we'll use forward. Then we'll use money market hedge. Okay. Sometimes we cannot use forward for some currencies. We have to see the forward is in which currency. So now we'll see the forward. If you see the forward, it is US for euro, and even for 4 months here it is euro for AS dollar. So in this case we can use one for the Australian dollar, the other one is for the euro and US. So we'll be using the 3 month forward. Okay, so this rate or this rate, which rate for our net payment? Again I told you same thing, see your base currency is euro. Okay, so you have to buy or sell in euro only, but your this is a net payment. That means you have to pay in US dollar. So pay in US dollar, you need to buy US dollar. To buy US dollar you have to sell your euro. You'll be selling your euro at a lower rate. What is the rate? 0.9520. Okay, this one. So this is the rate. Now what are we going to do? Now what are we going to do? Same. One. Once. Oh, this is so irritating that I'm not able to. Okay, 171,000 divided by 0.9520. Okay, it's a zero. Okay, it's not 6. So the amount is, this is a payment. Okay, we'll put it in bracket to understand that it's a payment because we have a receipt also. Whenever it's like this, you can write it. So when you convert, it will be 179. 179,622. Keep it as a whole number. Okay, in fact I always suggest that keep all your number as a whole number. No need to write in decimal. This is for 3 months time. Same for your Australian dollar. So Australian dollar is we are receiving US dollar. Okay, so we are receiving US sorry, Australian dollar. We are receiving Australian dollar. So here Australian dollar is the base currency. Here Australian dollar is the base currency. That means we are receiving. So once we are receiving, we sell. Okay, whenever we receive a foreign currency, we sell that foreign currency and buy our home currency. So we have to sell. We'll be selling at a lower rate. This rate. This is lower than this. So again, here we don't multiply. Sorry, here we don't divide. Here we multiply because this currency that is in Australian dollar and this is in euro 1.951. So different currency we always multiply. Okay, it was 295,000. Hence the amount is 575. 545. All these are in euro now. It's in euro. Okay, so we are done with the forward for both, right? Now what are we going to do? We are going to deal with money market hedging. Okay. Money market hedging, it's a net payment. It's a foreign payment. So for foreign payment, I have told you what you have to do. You have to borrow in domestic. That means you have to borrow in euro. You have to borrow in euro. You have to convert and then deposit in US dollar. So for first one, you don't need this. You only need the US dollar and the euro rate, interest rate. Okay. What is the borrowing and what is the investing rate? Right? What is the interest? What could be the interest for the borrowing and the depositing? Think. You need to think. Okay, forget about this line. Second line is not there. US we have 10% and 12%. Euro we have 11.5 and 13%. And these are per annum. Okay, don't forget. We have to take it for 3 months. Always we have to apportion the interest rate. You'll be given the annual interest rate. You have to take it 3 months. Okay. So the borrowing, definitely the borrowing rates will be more than the depositing. So this is your depositing this side and this side will be your borrowing. Okay. Left side are the depositing because they're the lower rates and right side are the borrowing rates. So for it's a foreign payment, we borrow in domestic currency. So we borrow in domestic currency means we borrow in euro. So we borrow in euro means 13%. And we invest in foreign currency, which is US dollar. So which is 10%. But we have to take 3% of each, 13 and 10%. If you take 3 months of 13%, okay, it will be 0.325. Just mm, just take 3% of 13%, which will be 3.25%. Okay, and same you have to take 3 months because this is a 3 month for 10%. How much it will be? It will be 2.5%. Right? So your starting point, how do you start? Even though this is the order, I told borrow in domestic and this one all, but exactly you cannot follow this order in the calculation. How can you borrow in domestic currency? You don't know how much is the domestic currency. No, you have already been given this net payment as 171,000, which is in US dollar. So your starting point is from the foreign currency. That means you start depositing first. You deposit in the foreign currency. Even though you definitely does not make sense that you deposit and then you borrow. You will be borrowing first and then convert and then deposit. But when you are doing calculations in money market hedging, just don't get confused. You start with the foreign currency because you always start with what you have in the hand. You have 171,000, which is in US dollar. It's a foreign currency. So you should know what do you do with the foreign currency. You invest. Okay. So investing rate you know. Then you convert and then you borrow in US dollar. Sorry, in euro. So we know that we are depositing, so the depositing rate is 3.2%. I'm sorry, it's US dollar. I always forget the foreign and the domestic currency. 2.5%. So you deposit at 2.5%, convert, and then invest, borrow in 3.25%. Okay. So this is how I'm going to do this. Okay. I have 171,000, which is in US dollar. Need to divide this by 1 plus the interest rate. Okay. So interest rate is 2.5%. That will be, it will be 1.025 because 2.5% I have to add with 1. This is the formula always. Okay. So how much amount will I have? 166,829. This many amount. This is still in US dollar only. Okay. That's why I always write dollar so that you don't forget it is in which currency. It is not yet converted into euro. Now you convert it. Convert to euro. Convert this to euro. Next step. So how do you convert? At which rate? You have to see the rate. Okay. You cannot convert using forward because this is a money market hedge. So it's simple that you convert using spot rate only. Okay. Spot rate. Spot rate with spot rate. The one for US and euro. Okay. Is it this or is it this? It is simple. It's a payment. Okay. So even in the spot market, in the forward market, the treatment will be same. We have choose this forward rate. So in the spot, it will be this rate because it's a payment. Okay. We have to sell euro to buy US dollar. So we are selling at a lower rate. Even in the spot, even in the forward. So it is 0.983, the lower rate. So now you use that to convert. Okay. So what do? You divide it. You divide this. 166,829 divide by the spot rate, which is 0.9830. Then whatever you get will be in euro only. Oh, sorry, euro. Which will be 169,714. Now borrowing. Okay, when you're borrowing, you multiply it by what is the borrowing rate? 3.25%. So it will be 1 plus 3.25%. Okay, that 1 will be always be added with that, the percentage, the interest rate which you got after you took it for the 3 months. Slides 1.325. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, you finally multiply. Okay, and then you'll be getting whatever you're getting, that is your final answer in euro. So once you multiply this with this, it will be 175,230. This is in euro. Even under forward it was in euro. You see, for forward, this is, okay, even in forward, okay, this was in euro. So which one is giving a lower cost? Because this is a payment. 575554 versus 175. So definitely whichever is lower you will take. Your money market hedging is cheaper. You have to compare this two. Both are in euro. You see, ultimately you compare only. Everything will be in euro. So money market is cheaper than forward. Now the same thing you have to do for the Australian dollar, but this is a receipt, so it might be it will change. Okay, we have done for forward. Now let us start do for money market hedging for the US dollar. So money market for 4 month, you need to write like this when it's a different currency for Australian dollar. 4 month Australian dollar. It's a receipt. So you borrow in foreign currency, right? And invest in home currency. So you have the foreign currency already with you, 295. So you start borrowing it. 295,000. The borrowing rate we didn't decide yet. Again we have to do this. Euro versus Australian dollar. So Australian dollar, this is a foreign receipt. Okay. So you borrow in Australian dollar and invest in euro. So you borrow in Australian dollar, that means 16%, and invest in euro, that means 11.5%. But you cannot take 16 and 11.5% as it is. It's annual term, please take 4 months. This time not 3 months, 4 months. So 4 months of 16%. Okay. 4 months, 4 months of 16%, and also 11.5% you have to take 4 months. It will be 5.333% recurring number. Then 3.83333. This 3 is recurring. Okay. So these are the percentages that you have to use. Okay. So you have to follow the second column. It's a foreign receipt. You borrow in foreign currency. Already foreign currency is given to you. So you can directly start with the steps. You start borrow in foreign currency. Now you know the rates also. Okay. So you divide this by 1.0533 because 5.33% is the borrowing rate. Okay. In Australian dollar. Then the amount you will be getting in will be in Australian dollar only. AS dollar. Okay. Which will be 280,072. Now convert. The steps are always same. Okay. Convert it to euro. Again using the spot rate. Okay. But here the rates will change. It's a receipt. What is the rate? Spot. So the spot 1.8890 or 1.8920. It is the lower rate. The lower rate. Shocked? I'm sure you guys must be shocked because that is also the lower rate. Here is also is the lower rate. It does not matter. It's not about whether foreign payment or receipt. It also matters what is your base currency. It is in Australian dollar. You are receiving Australian dollar. So you are receiving Australian dollar means you have to sell Australian dollar. You have to sell Australian dollar in the lower rate. That's why 1.8890. Okay. So now we'll go and change using that rate. This 280 will change. Okay. So 280,072 divide by 1.8890. Okay. Then it will be 529,056. Now you multiply this by the deposit. You deposit in euro. So it was 3.83%. So 1.1 plus 3.83% will be 1.0383. It's recurring, no need to put 33333. Okay. So at the end, this will be your euro amount. Everything has to be in euro, same currency only for you to convert. 319. So now see, under 4 months, which is giving you the higher receipt. This is a receipt, so you want higher. This is 549319 using money market. Now let us go to forward for the 4 month. 549. Hmm, it was this 575545. 575545. 5755. This time forward is giving you the higher receipt. If you see, this is lower. Okay. So now you need to say which one is giving you the better. Okay. In this case, what you can do, you can put a summary like this, a table. Forward, money market. 1, 2. 3 month payment, 4 month payment. No matter whatever it is. Sorry, 4 month receipt. Everything will be in euro because euro is the home currency. So what is the 3 month payment using forward? It was 179,622. 179,622. In the money market hedging, it was 175,230. 175,230. All these are in euros, okay? 4 month receipt under forward it was 575545. 575545. And here it is 549319. So if you go by the payment, lower payment is under money market hedge for the 3 month. And if you are going by the receipt will be higher in the forward for the 4 month receipt. Now you need to conclude one, which one they should go for. Which one do you think is better? Okay. So if I have to select, I would select forward over money market hedging. Definitely there are more other things also you have to give other than lower and higher thing that I'm not going to go in that detail. But if you see why I'm selecting forward, let me justify it. Because if you see the difference between this two and this two, the difference between the forward and the money market hedge for the 3 month payment, it's only around some 4,000 something. It's very less. But here the difference is big. That means the receipt is very big in forward. So because the difference is significant, so I think forward is a better option. But yours, remember, your conclusion could be different than mine. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So we are done with that. Now next we are moving towards future. Okay, we have a question, test understanding 3. This is based on future. Okay, so when it comes to future, you need to follow some steps. Okay, you need to follow some steps when it comes to future. What is it? Before I start doing questions, okay. Future. Number 1, number 2, number 3. 3 questions always needs to be asked. First question, buy or sell future. Do we buy or sell future? You have to tell this. You need to decide. Then, which future? Which future means they will give you the future. March future, June future, September future, December future. Okay, the date. How many contracts? You need to find how many contracts. This. Let me explain options also together to understand the similarity. Options. If you go to options also, these 3 questions are there. Additional thing is there. Buy, sorry, call or put. You go for call or put option, right? Definitely call means buy and put as sell. And which future? Here also which option? They will give you the date, same like future. Here also how many contracts you have to find out. Additional thing is here you need to find premium in option, which is not there in future. Okay. Here you need to find more things. Basis risk. You need to find basis risk. Okay, basis is there. And hence you have to find the closing future price. What the future price which you are given is the opening future price. You have to find the closing future price. Okay. Because remember, this closing future price you need it in option as well. That's why you have to understand future well before you understand options. Okay, and the formula for the basis risk is all this spot minus opening future price. Spot will be given, opening future will be given to you. Okay, that is the basis risk. So now let us do a question, right? Test your understanding 3. So you understand this step, you will understand. Mm, we are going through this. Test your understanding 3. So here, calculate the financial position using the relevant future hedge, assuming the spot rate. So they have given you the spot rate, they have to give you the spot rate is this, and the future price is this. Okay, it is 4th May. Very important is the date, which date is, because based on that you will decide which feature you will take. The next closest one to it. And Treasury has identified a net receipt. This is a net receipt of US dollar 2 million on 10th June. This dollar will need to be converted into Swiss franc. The treasurer decided to use the US dollar Swiss franc measure following. Okay, you have been given the contract size. Contract size will be given to you. Prices will be given to you. It is Swiss franc per US dollar. US dollar is the base currency. Tick size, they will give you tick size or 20 per contract. Okay, you have two future. One is June future, one is September future. Which future you need to select? You have to write it. Whether you are going to buy or sell, you need to write it. And the opening future prices are given here. Okay, spot rate on 4th May. This is on 4th May. Okay, this spot is on the 10th June. So now let us solve this. Okay, before that, tell me whether it's a June future you're going to take or a September future. Okay, they are going to receive this on 10th June. So which future are you going to take? It is the June future you have to take. Why? Because this one is the closest to 10th June. We know that options and futures both they always expire at the end of the month. So when you are taking June future, that means it will expire on 30th of June. So before 30th of June, you can go for June option. You always have to take the nearest. Even September future also you can take. Okay, but we always take, it's wise enough to take the closest one, because otherwise your basis risk will be too much when you're taking the September. Okay, so June future. Next, buy or sell. Remember, we have to answer the questions: buy, sell, how many contracts, which expiry date. So are we going to buy or sell future? This is US dollar. Okay, this is a receipt. So since it's a receipt, we have to we have to sell. We have to sell the dollar future, and this is a dollar future, because look at the contract size. Contract size is in dollar. That means this is a dollar future. So we have to sell. That means we have to sell future. How many contracts, right? So to decide on how many contracts, what is the amount that you have to hedge? 2 million. Divide by what is the contract size? It's always the amount divided by the contract size. 200,000. So 2 million divided by 200,000 is 10. Perfectly 10. That means there's no under hedging or over hedging using future. That's a good thing. So 10 contracts. Okay. 10 contracts. Now you have to find a profit or a loss, right? Isn't it? So how do you find that profit and loss in the future? I'm giving you 1 minute to think on that. How are you going to get the closing future price? Because it's opening future price minus the closing future price. Okay, that's how you decide to gain or loss. But you need to find out. This is the opening future price, 1.2220, and luckily in this case you don't have to find the closing future price. They have given you 1.276. Okay, so you initially, what did you say? You sell. I'm sorry, my laptop is having some issues, so I'm not able to move my screen. That's why it's taking so much of time. Sorry for the inconvenience, but I'll try to fix it out after this video, inshallah. So it's 1276. Okay, let us go here and do it. Okay, let's do it here only. It doesn't matter. Not able to go down. So you initially you sell at the opening future price. Sell at 1.2200. You buy. Okay, you have to close your future position. Remember, so you sell and you buy. It cannot be sell, sell, or buy, buy. You close it by buying at the closing future price. In your exam, you have to calculate this. That's why you have this basis risk and all you need to calculate. Here it's given. Okay, so the difference is 0.056. It's a loss or it's a gain? Is it a loss or a gain? It's a loss, because you're buying at a higher rate and selling at a lower rate. Okay, but you need to find the total loss. Total loss needs to be find out. This is the same for options also. So I'm not going to repeat the same steps in options. Okay, total loss, if you want to find out the list, because this loss is now the total loss, right? You need to multiply this by the number of contract, which is 10, and you need to multiply it by the contract size, which is 200,000. Always multiply by number of contracts into contract size. Okay, then the total loss will be Now this is in Swiss franc. 1,112,000. But it's not yet over. Another step is there. What is it? This is just the loss. Okay? This is just a loss. This loss needs to be deducted by what? You have to find out in the spot rate market how much Swiss franc you are receiving, right? So this loss will be deducted from the Swiss market, the spot market. So for that, let us go to this question. And the spot market on 10th June was this 12750. This was the loss. This was the spot rate, and your receipt was 2 million. So you first convert it into Swiss franc using 1.275 because this is in US. Because your loss is in Swiss franc, you need to convert that using spot rate and then you deduct the loss. Okay. With one question, it's not possible to understand everything. You will not remember unless you do and do and do questions and questions. Okay. So you 2 million divide by 1.275. The amount you are getting is, sorry, you need to multiply this. Okay. Because 2 million is this one and that is in Swiss franc and this is in dollar. That's why it's different currency, so multiply. And in Swiss franc, you will be getting 2,550,123. Now deduct the loss, and you will be getting 2,438,000. So this is the amount which you will be receiving, or you have to pay. This is a receipt you will be receiving in under future 2,438,000. Okay, so you must be thinking that why to do future when we can just take in the spot rate minus the loss, because to calculate this loss go back you have to do this. To do this you have to go to the correct future. You understanding? To get that loss you have to go to the future and see, because that loss you have to deduct from the spot. So that means you are receiving 2,438,000 from your future in Swiss franc. That's how future works. Now let us go to options, and option is the last, and we'll finish this with options. And in options we have two questions, one is for receipt, one is for payment. Okay. Okay, finally I'm able to move my screen. So options also we went recently, right? We had to select call or port, which option, how many contrast premium, all those things are very similar. So we have test understanding 4 and 5 for options. Okay, because option is not so much in detail. So what's next? Let us start with our options, right? Just okay. Okay. So now Pongo PS is a UK based import export company. UK based, and it has an invoice. That means receipt of 350,000 US dollar on 30th June. Company wish to hedge its exposure. Okay. Traded options. This is the current spot. Okay. Contract size is given. Same like future only. They will give you the contract size. They will give you the two exercise prices given. It's June contract, you don't have to decide. So call and put, you have to decide whether it's call and put and which exercise price. Okay. Option premium are given in cents per pound. Assume it is now 31st March. Okay. So calculate the cash flows in respect of the payment if the spot rate is within this one on 30th June. They have given you the closing spot rate as well. And same. Okay. So everything else remains the same. But here it's a receipt of 275,000. So it definitely will be the opposite. So how do you start? Four key questions. Call or put? Which option? Here it is June contract, so no issue. Which exercise price and also how many contracts? Okay, so call or put. Whether it's call and put. When is the payment? Okay. To understand that this is a payment. We have to pay in US dollar. Right? To pay in US dollar. To pay in US dollar means we have to buy US dollar. Okay. But we cannot buy US dollar because the contract size is in pounds. So we buy US dollar means we are selling pounds. So we are selling pounds. We can sell pounds. So we are selling pounds. That's why it's a put option. You understanding? Let me repeat again. You have to see whether it's a payment and receipt. Understood? Clear? It's a payment. But the payment is in dollar. But our contract size is in pounds. So we have to see what are we doing with the pounds. Are we selling pounds or buying pounds? Because in the option we can only deal in pounds because the contract size is in pounds. So we are buying dollar, right? We are buying dollar because it's a payment. So if we are buying dollar, means we are selling pounds. It's the opposite. We buy in one currency, we sell in another currency. So buy dollar, sell pounds. So sell pounds means put option. We cannot say it's a call option because we are buying dollar because the contract size is in pounds. The option is it's in pound, not in dollar. Okay. So we use put option. Okay. Which option? It is June because it is only one price. Which exercise price? Is it 1.45 or 1.5? It's a put option, right? Put option means we want to sell at a higher rate. So it's 1.5 looks more attractive in this case. Okay. Because we are selling pounds to buy dollars, so 1.5 is more attractive. But if you see 1.5, the premium is more if you see the premium. These are the premiums. Premiums are more because something which looks more attractive, definitely premiums will be more for it. Right? So what are we going to do? Even though 1.5 looks more attractive in the question when you are given two exercise price, remember, you have to calculate under both exercise price and see. So you have to make that decision whether you will exercise or not. That's why you have to do under both the exercise price. You cannot select from now which one will be the best. Okay. So now what are we waiting for? How many contracts? So it is 350,000. So 350,000 divided by 25,000. Is it so? Is it so? What are we thinking? Because I've told the amount divided by contract size. But how can we divide? This is in dollar, this is in pounds. First you need to convert both. Both has to be in the same currency for you to divide. You either convert the contract size or either the amount. It's better to convert the amount. Okay. So contract size keep as it is. Don't convert the contract size. Keep it as 25,000. It's fixed. You convert the amount that you are going to receive. Sorry, amount that you have to pay 350,000. So this 350,000 you are converting using which rate? Hmm? Using which 1.5? If you are taking this exercise price, you have to convert using the exercise price to calculate the number of this thing. So 350,000 divide by 1.5, then you can divide it by 25,000. Okay. Even for this 1.45 also you have to do the same. Or what you can do is you can just multiply this with the contract size. It's the same thing. Whether you divide that answer again by 25,000 or multiply it there, it's the same thing. Okay. So what is the amount you are getting? It is 9.333 something, right? So we always round down, not round up. 9.33. We could go for 9 or 10 contracts, but we go for round down figure always, 9 contracts. And if it is 1.45, it is 9.655, right? So since it's 9.655, there also we take 9 contract. Here also 9 contract, under this one also 9 contract. Under both the exercise price, it is 9 contracts. Okay. So what do you have to do here? You have to find the premium, right? There is another way that you could do this, right? So to decide early which exercise price to use, that is, you have the exercise price, right? So you deduct your premium and see which one is giving you the higher net receipt. Okay, so your premium, if you go by 1.45, it's a put option. It will be this 10.2 and here it will be 12.4. But remember, these are cents per pound. Okay, that means you need to divide this by 100. Always, like most of the time I've seen that premiums are given cents per pound. That means you always have to divide the premium given to you by 100. Okay, so what are you doing here? From exercise price, you deduct your premium to find out which one will give you the higher net receipt, and we'll go by that option rather than doing the long calculation. This is also a way to calculate. So 1.45 minus your premium, 10.2 divided by 100. Okay, 10.2 divided by 100 will give you net receipt of 1.348. Whereas if it's 1.5, the premium is 12.4 divided by 100 will give you 1.376. This is a receipt you want higher, so this one is giving a higher receipt, 1.5. So we are selecting 1.5 and we are not exercising 1.45. Okay, so we are going by 1.5 only. So 9 contract. Okay, so we buy 9 put option, June put option, at an exercise price of 1.5. Okay, now what is the total premium? Remember, you have to find the total premium. How do you get the total premium? Laptop is doing kind of funny stuff. I want to take it somewhere else and it's going somewhere else only on its own. Okay. So if you want to find the total premium, it is 12.4 divided by 100. That means it is 0.124 multiplied by contract number of contracts into the contract size 25,000. Okay, which is in dollar 27,900, right? But remember, you cannot keep anything in dollar. It needs to be converted into pounds. Pounds is your home currency. So you have to convert this premium also into your home currency. That means in pounds. How are you going to convert the premium into pounds? By using the spot rate. Premium is always converted using spot rate. Okay? Because remember, whether we exercise the option or not, premium we pay in the beginning of the transaction. That's why spot rate. Okay? So with spot rate, you have been given 1.519 to 1.523. Premium we pay. Okay? We have to, this is in dollar. Okay? You have to see, this is dollar per pounds. That means pounds is the base currency. What are we doing with the pounds? You have to see. This is a dollar payment. We have to buy dollar, we have to sell pounds. We'll be selling pounds at a lower rate. Okay, 1.549. Even this one, even the premium will be at this rate because premium is also a cost. It's a payment. So payment also will be at this rate. Hmm. Premium also will be at this rate, lower rate. Even the cost also will be at the lower because premium is also a cost, right? That's why. So 1.519 is the amount. You divide this by 1.519. So the amount finally you get is in pounds. This is your premium, which is 18,367. Keep it ready. What else? On the settlement date. Okay. What do you have to do? You have to compare the option price with the spot rate on the settlement date to see whether you will exercise the option also or not. Most of the time you have to exercise the option. At least one option exercise using one exercise price, right? Otherwise, what's the use of giving you all an option which you don't have to exercise? All the options if you don't have to exercise, they will not give you an option like that. First of all. Okay. So you compare the exercise price is 1.5 versus the option, the spot rate. At that rate, the spot rate was 1.4810. Why 1.4810? It is this spot rate we are talking about. When we are making the payment, we have to compare. So at that date, you have to see whether you will exercise the option or not. Okay? This is selling. This is a put option, remember. When you have to decide whether you have to exercise an option or not, see whether it's a put and a call option. Put means you are selling. You want to sell at a higher price. So you see the exercise price is higher. So definitely you will exercise the option. You will exercise the option because exercise price is a higher price. So now you have to find under options what is the pound payment. Once you have decided that you are going for option. Okay. Which is the number of contract, which is 9 into the contract size, which is 25. Okay. Which will be 22 pound 225,000. Okay. Remember, you have not completely hedged the amount because you have used less than the required number of contract. So in that case, you also have to find amount not hedged. So total amount to be hedged is how much? It is dollar 350,000, right? Out of this, how much you have hedged minus the amount you have hedged. So it will be 9 into 25,000, but you need to multiply this by the exercise price because it is in pounds. You need to convert this into dollar because this is in dollar. Okay, so in dollar it is 12,500, which is not hedged. So this 12,500, okay, you are using the spot rate to convert this into pounds. Remember, everything needs to be converted at the pounds at the end. So spot rate at that date is this one, 1.4810. So 1.4810 in pounds, it will be 8440, the amount unhedged. What about the amount that is hedged? Okay, so total payment using 1.5 option, 1.5 option, 1.5 is the exercise price, that option. What is the total payment? 225000 plus this amount unhedged also will be there. The premium also will be added because it's a payment. 18,367. Make sure this is in pounds, this is in pounds, this is in pounds. All three has to be in pounds. If it's not in pounds, if it is in dollar, first convert it into pounds. And finally the answer is 251,807. This is the total cost using option. Okay, this 2250 is this amount. 9 into contract size, because this is in pounds already, so this is in pounds, you can take as it is. This one is unhedged and this one is a premium. All our cost add, so that's it. When is a payment for option? Now let us go for the fifth one, which is a receipt, and with this we'll end this revision here before I go to the interest rate risk management in the next video. So here also same thing. Here I'm not going to do any steps for you. I'm just going to tell which rate to pick. Okay, this is a receipt. Okay, and you have to see the contract size. It is the same. Contract size is in pounds. Okay, so there we went for a put. Here we'll be going for a call option. Same case study, that's why I can be quick. Otherwise you might have to look more facts. What is the contract size is in and all, because we know the contract size is in pounds, so we buy pounds and sell US dollar because it's a receipt. So that's why call option, which it is already September, no option was given to us. Which exercise price are we going to select? Same way we are going to do minus the premium. Okay, this and this premium you have to deduct from here, but don't forget to divide this by 100 and then take, because it is cents. Okay, so when you go by like that, whichever is giving you the higher one you will go for, because this is a receipt. Okay, I'm sorry, it's a cost, it's not a payment. The cost of the option is the exercise price minus the premium, right? So in that case you have to see whichever is giving you the lower cost. So if you see, the lower cost is given by this exercise price. Once you deduct your premium from exercise price, this one will give you the lower. So we are going to select 1.5. Okay, next, how many contracts? 275,000. Okay, first you need to divide this by exercise price because we're exercising the option. So 1.5, you divide 275 by 1.5 and then divide by the contract number of contract, which is 25,000. We are using this only 4 and 5 together. Okay, the contract size, everything is given here, 25,000. Because this is in dollar, you cannot divide this by 25,000 directly, the contract size. First you need to convert the dollar into pounds. How are you going to convert the dollar into pounds? This 275, by using this rate, divide it by 1.5, then divide it by the contract size, 25,000. Then you will be getting 7.333, so round to 7 contracts. That means 7 contracts you need. Let us go to 2. Okay, So option, here also we are finding the total premium. Okay, so the total premium is uh, this premium 8, that means 0.08 multiplied by 25,000 into 7. So total is $14,000 pounds. Sorry, $12,000. You need to convert this into pounds, the premium. So 14,000 divide by spot rate. With spot rate, the spot rate, because premium you have to pay only, whether it's a receipt, whether it's a payment. That's why same premium, same rate to convert premium for both receipt and payment. So you get the premium. Next, on the settlement day, we compare the exercise price with the spot rate. So exercise price was 1.5 and the spot rate. With spot rate, the spot rate. This is a receipt, no? So 1.5285. This is a call option. We'll go for the lower one. So exercise price is giving you the lower, so we'll exercise the option. Okay, so when you exercise the option, find out the total cost. Amount not hedged. Here also you will have amount not hedged. Okay, so to find out what is the number of contracts, 7. What is the contract size? 25,000. So 7 into 25,000, 175,000. That is the total receipt under options, 175,000. But to find the amount not hedged, what is the total amount? 275,000. From here, you need to deduct 7 into 25,000 into 1.5. Again, multiply the exercise price because you have to convert that into dollar. So you will be left with 12,500, amount not unhedged. Sorry, amount not hedged. That also you will convert at the spot rate. Okay, which is 1.5285. So finally, I'm not going to do this, you have to do it. I'm just telling you the figures, how they have got it. So finally, when you get it, the total receipt will be 175,000 plus the premium. Sorry, amount unhedged 8178 minus the premium. Here the premium will be deducted. Premium is cost, and you are getting a receipt. So 9217 is the premium. Total receipt will be 173961. Okay, it's there in your textbook. You can go and check it. I'm not doing it here, so make sure that you do it. Okay, and I would even suggest that do the premium as I did, the payment. But when you go to the receipt, do it by yourself. Like, don't look at the answer. First, do it yourself and see how much you are able to understand. So that's it. I have covered the exchange rate risk management. I hope this video you find it useful, and especially for the one who have made this video, right? So best of luck for AFM and take care, and see you in the next video with interest rate risk management.